I think it's going to be crazy. I suspect Final Fantasy could hit 1K before it does.
Yeah, I mean, I think Final Fantasy hits 1K potentially before this podcast airs.
Choose, test.
Let's go.
Tell me when you're ready. Test.
I'm ready.
Test.
We're rolling, baby.
Whoa. Welcome to Make This With You, America's most favorite TCG podcast. No Wolverines here tonight. I'm, of course, joined by the man with my favorite channel, my favorite haircut, my favorite beard, and my best friend, Donald.
Wow. What people would pay for that intro, you know?
Donald, you gotta say something here, big guy.
I couldn't. Everyone else was.
You can't follow that up. How do you follow that up?
And I'm, of course, joined by the man with the worst haircut, the worst beard, and my mortal enemy, Louis DeGeorge.
Yes. Today that is true because we are an hour and 41 minutes late to recording.
No,
thanks to George. Thanks to George changing the time.
I have to work. Some of us have to work for a living. Not all of us have wives that are breadwinners and housekeepers and repair people.
When your office is in a bathroom, it doesn't count as work, George.
I have to bathe. Don't I?
Can you just move your head a little bit to the left? It's the women's bathroom. Congratulations.
There's like 15 bathrooms in here. That's the only women's one.
So you have to go through your office to get to the women's bathroom?
This is not my office. This is actually somebody else's office.
That's George's.
I actually don't have. I'm officeless. I'm officeless.
Must be nice to be able to afford 15 bathrooms.
It's a tax bracket thing.
Okay, everybody. Today we're going to talk about Final Fantasy.
They're all nasty, if it helps any. Maybe not the women's. I've never been in the women's room, but like all the other 15 are.
I hear women's bathrooms are much cleaner than.
You know what? Like, here's the thing I would think about. Like, like in that office of the episode, and the office of the episode. Wow, that episode of The Office.
Yeah.
Where they have like the women's bathroom and it has the couch in there.
Yeah.
I don't think I can think of a situation where I'd want to sit on the couch in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, doesn't that encompass the aromas and the particles?
Have we ever talked about that? There's no way that The Office could be made in 2025. Like, they couldn't make 90% of the jokes they couldn't do. They just couldn't get away with it.
Pretty sure they're doing a remake.
They're doing a remake.
That's going to be awful.
They're
going to completely ruin that and Harry Potter.
100%.
That 100%. And Harry Potter in the same year. Anyway, we're talking about Final Fantasy.
Did you see they had a Harry Potter pinball out now?
That's cool. We're talking about. We need to talk about. Should I buy that pinball machine that I told you?
Let's do it. Let's do it right now.
No.
What pinball machine is it?
I don't even remember. I texted you about it. I don't remember which one it was now. Apparently, I didn't like it that much.
I'm flying my Iron Maiden LE out to Seattle.
My wife keeps telling me I'm not allowed to get a pinball machine, but
why? You're probably not hitting enough to fix it. That's the problem.
I am. I fixed pinball machines before. My dad gave me a pinball machine, and I fixed it and used it in our college, dorm building. Fixed it up, and it was cool. It was a Road Kings, 1987, I think. Williams Road Kings. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, you know what? Pinballs have never been better than Williams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Like, they've never been better. Bally Williams has, they have all these new toys, all this new crap. It has never been better than
the
Williams.
Higher the technology on a pinball machine, the less I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to talk about Final Fantasy Secret Lair. And
we didn't even get Donald's take on this, Louis. How rude. Donald, what's your take on that?
I like pinball.
What's your favorite game?
I don't know. I don't know any difference from them.
There's an awesome bar in Huntington, West Virginia, that has like 15 pinball machines set up. It's pretty cool. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy twice. We're going to then talk about how do you follow Final Fantasy with Edge of Eternities. Then we're going to talk about the Sorcery Dust Store. We're not going to talk about Pokemon today. And
why not? It's a great topic.
After
what
that,
are the pre-release kits?
After that, we're going to talk about Lorcana's Eternal format. We're not going to spend any time talking about MetaZoo today because
incorrect. I'll take that bet.
I'll take that bet. With us anyway.
MetaGoat doing great, announcing their second set this week.
That's crazy. I saw pre-orders for that online. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, of course.
There's
second now before it sells out.
Listen, you can't ever get as good as Nightfall. Those boxes glowed in the dark.
God, remember you were so in. You were like, I want them all over my wall.
Yeah, that was gonna be sweet. And then
You never even did it. They're like $14 now.
All right, everybody. So Final Fantasy release. How do you guys feel? How do you think it did? George, have you finished your set?
So here's my thing. I now have a chocobo.
Yes, you've got a blue ink chocobo.
I think so. Now I have to complete the full neon set. That part's easy.
Those are trending up from.
They are. I noticed this. I will say I noticed this profusely.
You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. So here's my question to you guys. I want to go over this piece by piece. When is the right time to buy the serialized chocobo?
So somebody pulled one locally, not at my store. Not at my store. Very disappointed. Shout out to the boardroom. Somebody put a serialized chocobo at the boardroom. Very jealous.
That's insane.
Do you think
were they there at the store when they opened it?
They're there at the pre-release, but nobody knows who it was, and nobody knows how to get in contact with them. So.
Do you here's my question to you guys.
I want to see it. I just want to hold it.
I want to make a $20,000 standing offer. Do you think that's do you think?
I think you just did. I think that's it. George will buy any
reasonable offer.
Hey, I think there's another store that's already got one out for 30. I don't think anybody's
that was 30 Canadian.
Oh, that's like $14,000 at most, I think, right?
It's $23,000.
We haven't seen one sell to my. I mean, this is currently Tuesday. We're recording on Tuesday because of George. Recording an hour and 42 minutes.
I'm sorry that I have to travel for work nonstop this
recording an hour and 42 minutes late on a Tuesday, thanks to George. But I don't think anybody's purchased one. I haven't heard of anybody confirming a purchase.
I think that the gap between what people think they're worth and what they're selling for is dramatic. Like I got offered one at 35. I don't think it's gonna be worth 35.
Nah, that's absurd.
What's the math? I know that it shouldn't be this way. What was it? $2 million at the 1 of 1. So the absolute maximum amount I would say would be $25,000. Let me give you.
Let me give you the. I think I should
the math.
Offer 15 to be honest.
The math on that would be $2 million for the 1 of 1 ring divided by 77, and that assumes that there's not a premium for something being ultra rare 1 of 1.
So
and I think there's a huge premium.
But here's my counter to that. I think this will be the least open collector box percentage in a very long time.
I do think a lot of them. I think a lot of them.
I think a lot of people are hoarding them away, like Mr. Rudy, and putting them away for little treasure chests, and they're hoping it goes up in value.
I agree.
So my argument is like it's already up in value. A box is going for $840.
If there's one thing that we've learned about TCGs, it's never get in the way of the greed monster.
So do you think people are trying to double that? Like
absolutely.
You think people are buying it for $750 with the idea that they sell it for $1,500?
I think it's going to be $2,000, like the collector box, like the special edition box.
Special edition. I haven't looked that one up for a while.
I think 10 to 15 is where that card should be. I think that's a reasonable.
I'll put a standing offer out at $15,000 for it.
Okay, you have to use me to get. I will manage that for George. You can.
You're doing it just for the content. You
100%. Special collectors are 1,800.
Yeah, I think that's what people are thinking.
So, like, the problem with that is like those sell like, I don't know. I guess there's a lot sold monthly. That's crazy. That's insane.
I'd be interested to know how many Rudy has stored away.
A lot.
I'm sure it's of unopened collector boxes. I'm sure it's a lot.
I guess I think it's hard. I think the serialized chocobo is a hard card to value.
Rudy's not the only person storing away a lot of those, though.
Right. Like, so what I'm saying is, if Rudy has X amount stored away, then it trickles down from there. Like Rudy's going to have the most of anybody, and then
there's people who there's people who compete with Rudy in the market.
I think that's true. I mean, listen, I don't think it's a Rudy problem. I don't think it's a problem at all. But I mean,
it's what they want. This is 100% what Wizards wants.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think this is going to be the least open set in a very long time.
So because it's the least open set, you think there's
I think we're going to see 25 to 30 chocobos.
There's a twofold
sense.
on that. There's a twofold on that though. Like, not only are people wanting to hoard it, but your average Magic player can't afford to buy an $800 collector box.
I don't believe that.
Oh, that's 100% true.
The average Magic the Gathering player can afford $800.
I mean, like, that's a whole paycheck for a lot of people.
No, but hold on, Donald. It's hard because you would have said that you can't afford a Final Fantasy collector box.
I can't.
But you also had until your roof a $750 soul ring that you didn't really care about. And I think the average Magic fan,
Louis stole it from you in your time of need.
I think the average Magic fan, average Magic the Gathering player, if they really want a $800 collector box, has the means to trade in cards and to get that collector box. I think there's a lot of it. I think the question is, would you rather have that versus, the other stuff that you have? And so I see this all the time in the store. Like, people say, oh, it's too expensive. And then 2 weeks later, they end up coming in and trading in stuff for it. Like, it's just the way that it works. If you want it, you have the ability to go for it. But I do agree that, like, these aren't going to get opened consistently and en masse by average Magic players as like a regular booster box would have done 20 years ago. That's kind of every set now, isn't it? The average Magic player isn't opening multiple collector boxes now, whereas they would have done that previous with boxes. No?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think this one in particular is going to be unopened. I think, and I think that's going to affect singles prices a lot. I think we already see it affecting box prices a lot.
I mean,
like, these cards are like, they're holding value.
Yeah, singles prices are super interesting.
No, I do think you're going to see this moment where, like, people will stop caring about it in 9 months, and that'll be interesting.
I can't get over the velocity of some of the high-end singles. Like a $300 Cloud. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sold today.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sold yesterday. Like, I just can't get over how
pulling it up.
Like, if that card was $300 and there was 10 sold listings total, I would be like, oh, that makes sense. It's a $300 card because the supply is so low. But the supply seems like there's a lot of the cards.
Yeah, I mean, like, the set's flying. The set is absolutely flying.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
A very unprecedented set. Like,
well, even like the original Lord of the Rings collector boxes, the first ones unreleased, those were selling for a lot of money on release, but they weren't selling for $800. I mean,
no,
it never got that high. I think right now even they're 750 maybe.
I mean, Final Fantasy is a much bigger and better IP. Much more crossover. It's a better everything.
Oh, those are 930. Those haven't even hit 1K yet.
Ugh, gross. What a failure.
It's wild to me that those are more expensive or less expensive than the special ones.
More of them. I mean, like,
maybe.
That's my gut. I mean, I also think it's gonna be crazy. I suspect Final Fantasy could hit 1K before it does.
Yeah, I mean, I think Final Fantasy hits 1K potentially before this podcast airs. I mean,
God, Final Fantasy to 1K, baby, feed me.
They're still selling they're selling 30 to 40 a day, and I mean, there's a lot listed, but the only thing that might prevent something like that happening is that right now you're still in pre-order pricing.
Yeah.
And not everybody can list their stuff yet.
I think you're going to see boxes go down a tad before it goes back up. I think you're going to see the normal singles go down before they go back up. I think the tricky part is I don't know what the very high end cards do. The chocobos and the serialized chocobo.
Yeah,
I think those are wild cards. I just don't know how many they get opened. Yeah. I also do think there's going to be a lot of people like me where if you're in for one, you got to get the whole set. Mm-hmm. I got to find this stupid black Japanese chocobo now.
Yeah, apparently that is not exclusive
not
to the
just
Yeah,
Japanese.
Donald. I know Donald lied to me. Somebody told me not to worry that Donald lied to me, and I told them I expected that. Welcome to May, will be with you.
Well, I lied in
Donald,
a video. I did a video the other day, and the whole point of one of the 4 points was that the bundles had a card in it that were in every bundle, and it's not. It's randomized. But
God,
in
I
my
love your
defense, the
content.
back of the
I love
bundle,
your content.
the back of the bundle makes it seem like there's a card in every one. Like
Don't
4 or
you
5.
have a bundle because you have a store?
Yeah, but I'm not going to open them. Like, I don't know. Rather sell them. You know what I mean? People really enjoyed pre-release. I think the win for me though, like the set seems good. The commander decks were just so much fun. I played 3 games this week. The commander deck and just the pods. It was so much fun to play the commander games. Donald, you played one of those with me, didn't you?
I kind of hurt that you don't remember, but yes, I did.
Oh, I can't remember everything. It was a busy weekend.
I would always remember if we played a game together because you're my best friend.
Did you agree, Donald? It felt super fun.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed killing you first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he didn't remember.
Because he lost. Yeah.
Yeah. He only remembers his short and shallow victories.
I don't think I won any of the 3 games.
That makes sense. You're a terrible player.
I still have
Donald, what deck did you play?
I played Cloud.
Yes.
And it was the pod. I mean, the 4 decks were so balanced. It was pretty remarkable. Like Louis thought he was winning, and then I killed him, and then everyone thought I was winning, and then all of a sudden now Moore is winning, and then I stopped Moore from winning, but then looked like the other guy that was playing was going to win because of that. And then I stopped him from winning, and then I won with 2 health left.
Yeah. So play is amazing.
Like it was.
What deck did you play?
I only played the cat one. What's her name? Yashola. YS.
Is there a Sephiroth deck or no?
No.
Or the 4 decks?
I don't remember what the other 2 are.
I don't remember exactly what they are. But in every single game we played at like 13, 14, 15 life, everybody had this like around the same life total, which was like nobody had 45 and somebody had 10. It was really interesting. So the decks are Final. Sorry, that says Final Fantasy. It's Limit Break, which is Cloud. Counter Blitz, which is Titus. Oops. I just closed a dockable window. We're still recording, right? Yep. Okay. The Scions one is the Yashola. And the Revival Trance is Terra. So it's good. And like the people who are big Final Fantasy fans have been really, really like what I've heard from people is like they really feel like Magic respected the IP and made a service to fans. And so I mean that's a good.
They did. I mean, and the commander decks have a lot of little nods to that stuff, which is great. But not only that, just if you care nothing about Final Fantasy, it's just a well-designed deck. And they're like the power level of them are high, and there are cards in there that like your cards matter instead of like sometimes in precons it's like they just throw cards in there because they feel like it, I guess. But these were well thought out. I feel like very well thought out. They put a lot of work into them, and they play very well.
Yep, it was a huge success. Then this week we had the Final Fantasy Secret Lair.
Oh,
did you not
speaking of huge success, this was
boo.
I got in line.
I went for it. I went for it.
I got in line right when it went live at noon. Sat in line for 4 hours until I got the message.
I gave up.
I was working, so it was just up on my other laptop, on my other computer. And I watched it slowly update to sold out.
That was the worst.
Like until
you're in line, and it's just like
I'm still in line. My bar is maybe 75% full, and every product is sold out. I'm like, okay, well, that was a fun 4 hours.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I got online right at 9. So you, Don, I think you told me you clicked to add some stuff to cart, so your line got delayed a little bit.
Right.
I was online right at 9. I still waited.
I hit add to cart, and then it like popped up to sign in, and I was like, oh, I'll sign in, and my password was wrong. I was like, screw this, back. And then I was like, continue as guest, and then
so
I guess that was enough to put me so far behind that I didn't get it.
The non-foil ones sold out in 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes after our time, 9 o'clock. The advertised time is noon for West Coast. But sold out in 10 minutes, which like tells me they did not. I don't have that backwards.
It was noon for us. It was
noon
9
for us. 9. Yeah, sorry. Tells me that they did not do any bot protection for this round. Now the SpongeBob ones were way better handled. Like there was you had to, I don't remember there's a way that they handled it that was way more efficient, and it widened it out. And they did the same thing for the what's the Deadpool ones, the same thing. Like they had much better bot protection. I don't understand why they didn't do that for this round.
I also don't understand why they release like the Frank Frazetta ones like at the same time, like everything all at the same time. So if you were one of
I think that's easy to me, Donald. They're really worried about sorcery. And so they needed the Frazetta cards to be released so that they would like be able to like hedge against the sorcery bet that's coming for them so strong. Like that's the way I interpreted it.
If you just wanted that one, here you are waiting in line 4 hours for that. Like it's terrible.
Anything to stop sorcery from winning, I think, is like the motto of
Magic. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even look at the other ones that were.
I know you didn't even realize they had those.
No,
they went live at the same time.
I knew that they did, but I didn't even
like the summer super drop and like all of that.
That's what I was going for.
Everything.
I ended up getting the foil bundle, and then I ended up getting an extra set of the foil that the Cyclonic Rift was in.
Did you get the everything bundle, or did you get just the English one?
No, it has everything. Yeah,
you got the Japanese one,
which was and that was interesting that like they put the bundle together.
See, you could get just the English. You could get an all English bundle or an all Japanese bundle, or you could get the combined bundle of both.
Okay.
I didn't want the Japanese bundle. I was trying to get the English bundle. But
yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, once I got through, boom, was just like I wasn't
gonna add to cart everything you could add to cart.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna take the time to like figure out exactly what I was buying. It's one of those ones too where like there's a secret card in these, and that secret card is probably the same whether it's Japanese. Like they're not gonna put a Japanese card in the secret card slot, I don't think. Like that would be the first time that they had done a different thing. Typically it's like every secret layer in that realm has the same chance at getting a card. And so I don't know. But I know a lot of people are very frustrated with this drop, which happens.
Yes. You're talking to one right now.
Happens every time, but oh yeah, I do see they had an English one. So I think those sold out before I was even there, because that one's
no, the everything bundle sold out. I think it sold out first. And then the first update said the super drop and the all bundle was sold out. And then I think the English bundle was right after that.
And it was interesting that the non-foils ones sold out so much faster than the foil ones.
That's what I was trying to get, was the non-foils, because I hate those cards come out of those secret layers instantly pringled. I hate that.
Yeah, they've kind of fixed that a little bit, but
so I wanted the non-foils over the foils personally.
Well, I probably have enough to hook you guys both up if you guys.
Now we're talking. I don't care what everybody says about you, Louis. You're okay in my eyes.
You're the only one that says anything negative about me. So
that has not been my experience. That has not been my
For the last 2 years, you're really the only one who ever says anything negative about me.
Incorrect. Donald, is that true?
Well, I definitely don't, so.
Donald would never. Very interesting.
He stole your soul ring, Donald.
George, do you have any?
your soul
He
ring.
didn't. For the record, he did not steal my soul ring.
He blackmailed you into submission in your time of need.
What actually happened was he gave me the money and said, if you want to give me the soul ring, you can. If you want to pay me back in the next 20 years, you can. And I have this saying about owing people money, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to pay him back, so I gave him the soul ring.
I also
Louis
just sent him the money to even talk to him about
before he told me that, yes. But he knows that I can't. He knows that I can't like
I don't think
do
I
that.
really know.
So I just gave him the soul ring.
I guess I forced him to sell, is what he's saying.
Yeah, he blackmailed him.
He didn't give me. He didn't give me a choice. He didn't knowing what he knows. He didn't give me a choice.
Yeah. But what a great guy! What a great guy!
He is a great guy, and he really did, and I'm very appreciative.
Boo! I don't like it when you're nice.
Me neither. But you're still my best friend.
George, do you have any predictions as to what the secret card could be in this?
I think it'd be a Lotus of some kind. I know the summer super secret drop thing was the Gilded Lotus.
Interesting.
Right. So it said while supplies last, you get the Gilded Lotus with any of them, like any of those.
Oh, I definitely did not get any of those. None of those were in my cart when I checked out. And usually,
only for I think it was only the summer super secret drop, the big one.
Oh,
no,
wow.
I think it said any purchase.
Well, none of those were in my cart when I checked out. So,
is it did they do it that way, or do they just send it to you?
Usually, when there's a limited card, when there's a bonus card that's external to the packaging, it's a separate item on your receipt.
Oh, okay.
But George, I'm saying they usually have a secret card in the
spot inside each one of them. Yeah.
I think it'll be a Lotus. I do.
A Black Lotus?
No, a Gilded Lotus. It'll be a jeweled Lotus. It'll be a bejeweled Lotus, a Gilded Lotus.
I don't think it'll be jeweled Lotus.
If they do a jeweled Lotus,
that would be so sad.
Be so happy.
If they do a Black Lotus, I'd be even happier.
They did a Black Lotus in Deadpool.
Yeah, they did. The Blacker Lotus.
A Blacker Lotus even. It was better than Black Lotus. It was blacker. Which is a funny point because it's an uncard and isn't legal.
Watch you're going, Donald.
And it's funny that they because they printed it in normal border, which technically means it's legal for play and
I don't think it technically makes it legal for play.
That's the way it works. That if it's silver border, it's not legal. If it's regular border,
no, they put the acorns on things now when they're illegal.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, I think I'm gonna play Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Which one though?
I got the Switch
do the remake. Do the real one.
I got the Switch 2, and so far all I've played is Minecraft.
It sucks.
It
sucks. I got it on the way out. I played it yesterday. It sucks.
Did we talked about this last week, Donald? No, I hadn't gotten it yet.
No.
Dude.
On the podcast? No.
Dude, we gotta tell the podcast. I think I told you both, but Walmart. So I was gonna pre-order.
You did not tell me this.
I was gonna pre-order at Best Buy because they had a midnight pickup for Best Buy for the Switch 2. I'm a big fan of midnight releases. It brings back the nostalgia to my life of like waiting in line for Halo, I think 3, in high school. And so, I went to order on Best Buy and I couldn't get one, but I got one on Walmart on that night. And so I'm like getting ready that last week. I'm like, okay, I remember to go pick it up, or it's going to show up on Friday, and like I've got the pre-release, but maybe I'll be able to play whatever. On Thursday morning at 6:45, my kids come in bed and I check my phone, and I had an email that at 6:45 on Thursday morning they dropped it off on my front door, and so I go out there at like 7:15, and there's a bottle of Coke. Wasn't Diet Coke. But
wait, what?
There's a bottle of Coke and a thing of Pringles in the bag, and it says, "Enjoy a free snack on us."
Yeah,
dude, that's so good.
They did that. They did that for every single one. Yeah. Every Walmart pre-order got delivered to their door with Pringles and Coke.
Yeah, I will never pre-order from anywhere else.
100%.
That was such a good play by them.
Yeah, 100%.
When I got it, I was like, "This is weird." Like this is like I almost didn't eat the chips because I was like, is somebody for whatever reason trying to poison me? and then I was like, I saw other
What-
people do it.
I
What kind of
guess
chips were
one.
they?
I saw one guy got like 18 things of chips,
Has he
and
got 18 Switch 2s?
no, I think he only got one, but for some reason they gave him like 18
That's wild.
Pringles, and
It's so good. Walmart nailed it.
All right. So how does Edge of Eternities follow
it
Final
doesn't.
Fantasy?
Doesn't.
George, you said you had a hot take. Let's hear it.
Oh, I did not know this. What we're talking about. I thought you said like what will be the next secret layer that's gonna be hot. I have no idea what this next set is for Magic. I don't care about it at all.
Well, here's the thing. Do they, as much work as they had to put in, or not that they had to, but as much work as we know they did put into Final Fantasy to make it good,
years. 5
to make it
years of
good
development.
and everything. Do you think that they're just like, we don't have to do anything to Edge of Eternity because no one is going to care anyway? Like, why waste our time? So they put like the least amount of effort into it, and it's just because it doesn't matter.
George, this is a space opera set.
Ugh.
Right, exactly. So what, like, why put any work into it? Why just make your worst set of the year
Who wants
follow
a
Final
space
Fantasy?
opera set?
Blast off into Magic's space fantasy set, chart a course through the Sothera system to explore distant planets, wield dazzling magic, and wage war with alien factions.
Who wants this?
So my
Dude, wait, what's that religion? What's that religion? Is it a Scientology set?
Scientologist, yeah, basically.
Dude, is it a Scientology set? Is Tom Cruise up in this?
My thing is like,
okay, that would be the ultimate secret layer, like a Scientology set.
so my thing is like, even if you were to make the argument, the Magic the Gathering fans who are boomers and don't like that Final Fantasy is in their game, even they can't be excited for this set because it's space themed. Like,
this is unexcitable. This is
Yeah.
unexcitable.
I actually am looking forward to it.
There's
but
a shot.
I'm going to be in the very, very minority on this.
I think it's going to do as well as Aether Drift.
I think this is better than Aether Drift. Who wants race cars in their Magic?
The same thing. It's the exact same set.
They're bringing back Galaxy foils, George, which is,
I like that.
you remember those?
Yes, good old days.
I just don't know what they could possibly do to take any excitement.
Doesn't this set have Tezzeret in it?
Yeah, it's like, it looks like it's Tezzeret.
Yeah,
And
Tezzeret's a decently popular
I think
planeswalker, but
Jaya maybe too, if I'm remembering. It might be Jaya.
If Jaya Ballard's in it, like, she's popular too. She's
Maybe not. I don't know.
She's an old school planeswalker.
I don't know my planeswalkers very well.
But I don't think that's enough to drive a set. Like,
No, not even. Yeah, not even close.
I mean, like, an Ugin is enough to drive a set.
Not anymore.
I think Ugin drove
Tarkir
a good bit.
I think dragons did.
Sure, but I mean, like, Ugins are always like overpowered, and that's like people like big overpowered planeswalkers.
It'll be interesting. I don't know. I had to launch my pre-order for the Gold Wizards on this, and I was like, what's
the point of this? Who's
I
doing this?
I don't even want to do this. I don't even.
Yeah.
And like, nobody has any money, right? Like,
Right. Like, how? Right.
I don't know. It's like an interesting. It also seems so soon. Like,
yeah,
well,
release is August 1st, so pre-release is in July. We're in the middle of June already.
Yeah, but you have to understand, standard sets follow rotation, but like their cycle is based on the last standard set, so it's based off of Tarkir.
Final Fantasy is a standard set.
Everything's a standard set now, but I'm talking about like actual true standard sets.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I can tell you the least amount of hype for the year will be Edge of Eternity. You can't generate any amount of excitement. Like, I think our store will still want to be drafting Final Fantasy in 6 weeks.
Huh.
And this is going to come out.
I think it's probably true.
It's just crazy. I just don't understand. And like, they delayed Lorwyn, which was later. Why didn't they just push all this stuff back? I don't know.
Mm.
And then you got Spider-Man right after this. So this set comes out between Final Fantasy and Spider-Man.
It never stood a chance. Never
No.
stood a
No,
chance.
never
So,
stood a
okay,
chance.
but with a set like that obviously never stands a chance, do you think Wizards prints lots of it? Like, is this one of those things where, like, because nobody buys it, you should buy it?
They're
No.
gonna have so much money from Final Fantasy, they don't care how much of it they print.
That's fair. It's wild. Also, will this hinder, will having to print this hinder them reprinting Final Fantasy play boxes and commander decks and like?
No.
No?
The 5 boxes of the Opera Space Odyssey is going to not affect anything else. The 12 boxes they got to get off the printer will have no impact.
I tell you though, if they don't take this opportunity to do Mystery Science Theater Secret Layer during that set, then they're missing out.
I don't know what that is.
I know you don't, but
yeah, I think this is definitely Aether Drift, but it makes me sad. I don't know. Okay. What has Magic become? I mean, I'm okay with
amazing.
it. But what has
It's
Magic
amazing.
become?
I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
This one's interesting. I don't know.
I don't even play Magic, and I'm not okay with this.
Why don't you play Magic, Donald?
He played
I'm not
Magic
even
this
gonna say it.
weekend. He had a blast. I
That's
told him,
normal.
I said, I let you win because I know you'll have more fun if
He
you
let
win.
me win. He let me
You'll have
win.
more fun if I let you win, and then you'll play
Is that
again.
true? Donald, are you a sore winner or a sore loser?
No, Donald is a 0. Like, you want him to be more upset or happy about his win. It's like, he's like when he wins, you're like, do you even care?
He's even keeled.
Yeah.
Even keeled Donald. I like that.
It's about the experience, not the outcome.
Donald and I have played 2 or 3 games of Terraforming Mars in the last 2 weeks too.
Terraforming Mars is better than any game of Magic.
1000%.
Terraforming Mars
absolutely.
is like my second favorite board game. It's so good.
What's your? Oh, you like that? You like Scythe?
Scythe, really? Oh god.
One of us is definitely pronouncing it wrong, George.
Is Donald mocking his best
Yes,
friend?
that was definitely mocking.
Donald, you're being so mean to me.
Yeah.
It's okay. You were 2 hours late. He's allowed to.
I was an hour and a half late.
There it is. You admitted it. I got
Oh,
you.
I definitely admitted it.
I
was
got
running
you to
super
admit
late.
it. Got you to admit it.
I was running super late. I'll be honest. I was like, God, should I ask him to push me back another half hour? Then I was like, no, that's not nice. You just got to do it.
We moved the podcast to Tuesday for you.
Yeah. I'm leaving tomorrow. I get to go
You're
somewhere
leaving
else
again
tomorrow.
tomorrow? You don't stay anywhere for a week, do you?
No, I'm a man on the run.
All right, let's talk about the Dust Store sorcery surprising us. Well, finally with the Dust rewards for Arthurian Legends.
Wait, is this the first time we've opened up Dust for Arthurian Legends?
I think so. I know. Wait, I haven't.
I have a question. Is the Dust rewards also once a year?
Yes.
Once a year you get a set. Once a year you get new Dust rewards.
Currently, track record says yes.
Oh my God, Louis, what is wrong with you?
I called all these rewards. I know it's not anything, but I'm
What are the awards? What are the rewards?
The one I'm really excited about is the Druid. So they have a card yet? No, I ordered it the second it went live though. The one I'm excited for is the Druid. So this avatar comes out, and when you play the avatar, you have a thing that when you play a site, if you don't control this, it's a owl called Tawny. You get to put an owl token out, and then you can also tap it to flip, and you get to summon a bear. So your avatar produces a owl and a bear token, and so that you have all these tokens out there. And I really wanted them to do a foil version, and they finally did. The thing is, I really hope that the foil is foil on both sides. This would be the first double-sided sorcery foil.
That's a really big deal.
Is
That's
it
a really big deal?
Is usually the double-sided?
The token, yeah, the Druid card is double-sided. But now I'm
foil?
just seeing that it's a 4-pack. So I'm guessing what they did is they gave you 2 cards for the double-sided card. So one is foil and the other is the full art is probably what it is, which is still cool.
That's what I was saying. Like, if I know, like, maybe the regular is double-sided, but for this one, I wonder if they just made it 2 separate
I
tokens.
just am now noticing it says it's a 4-pack. So it's 2 different tokens that
Right.
It's so cool. I'm very excited about that one. Then they did a King Arthur that's Drew Tucker's artwork. I think I don't remember where I've seen this art before. I don't want to say it. So and then I don't want to be wrong. And then a War Horse, which is Mose Benson. Which is really cool. So it's good to see them giving something to the dust store and getting people excited about. I think they're trying to front load, like everything seems to be revolving around Gen Con. So they're front loading this, and then Gen Con will come out and you've got the dragon set. And then I think at Gen Con we probably get an announcement about when Gothic is going to be out. And hopefully it's a year that ends with a 5.
Donald thinks no.
That was such a hot take, Donald.
Donald just posed a question. Donald didn't say what he thought. Just a simple
Donald's
question.
got Louis feeling stressed again.
Listen, yeah.
I was just providing examples and asking a question.
If that's the case, I think it's really cool to front load it and have the release window be pretty exciting.
When is Gen Con?
Gen Con's the end of July?
First week of August.
Okay. First week of August.
That's when they're announced. That's when they're releasing the set?
I believe that's when they're releasing
the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon set's
coming. Dragon set will be available at Gen Con for the first time.
But the dragon set, I mean, I don't know.
So either they're going to release 2 sets in 4 months or no set this year.
The dragon set's not a set. It's
a mini set.
15 cards.
It's a mini set according to them.
Yep.
So they either release a mini set and a full set within 3 months of each other.
Yeah.
Or no major set this year.
I'm team that. I believe in that.
Those are the 2 options. There's no team there. Those are the only 2 options available.
I'm on that option.
What option?
I have the faith that they will do that.
That they will release 2 sets in 4 months.
Blind faith.
Yep. It's definitely blind.
I'm in. All in, baby.
You're not all in, but I love that.
I am.
Yeah.
Still have my alpha foil set and some cases of alpha. I'm pretty all in. I'm not going to sell my house for it.
That's what all in means.
I'm not gonna be doing this podcast from a bathroom with terrible lighting and no microphone. But what is that? What's the closet thing there? What is this?
I don't know because it doesn't open. I looked at it. I tried to open it.
No, I mean the corner closet.
Dude, I think that's called a cabinet.
Is that a bigger room without a bathroom in it? Could you maybe make that your office?
What?
Is that a bigger room without a bathroom in it? Could you maybe make that your office?
I'm not here very often. I'm only here like once every 3 or 4 months.
You know what I'm proud of myself for with sorcery?
What?
I don't buy every playmat. I've learned my lesson with TCGs.
But think about how collectible they'll be.
No, I've learned my lesson with TCGs. I don't do playmats anymore. I just don't. I just don't do it. I learned it. It took like 5 games and like probably an entire dumpster full of playmats. But
I have so many playmats. So many playmats. And not for the same reason that you have so many playmats.
I don't have any playmats. I have
reason you did have playmats.
I have 3 playmats and like 100,000 Star Wars playmats.
I've never thought that they would be collectible. It's just they come out with one. I'm like, oh, I love that art. And I buy a new playmat, even though I don't need a new playmat.
Yeah. The store has so many extra Star Wars playmats. It takes up an entire shelf.
Because you bought a ton because you didn't think Star Wars was going to die, even though it was made by
I don't know why I buy a ton. I think
you told me that Star Wars was going to outperform Lorcana by a mile. That's why you bought
I don't
it.
think I said that.
We have receipts.
I don't.
I
Just
can
like-
so hear that. I can
just like-
totally hear
Yeah,
that.
He 100% said that. I have text
Oh,
messages.
Louis. Oh, Louis.
Yeah. Last week he brings me this Final Fantasy counterspell and gives it to me, and I'm like, thanks. And I'm like, he's like, you said you wanted this, and I said, I didn't. He's like, you did. You said on the podcast that you're a sucker for alternate arts of old playable cards. And I was like, I never said that, but Josh said that. He's like, I think I would know if Josh said it and you didn't. I was like, oh, okay.
I think what I said was I would never insult you and call you Josh.
No, you said, I think I would know if it was Josh. And I said, okay. So I pulled up the podcast and turned to that moment where Josh said, I'm a sucker for playable.
Hold on. Donald telling that story makes it sound like he spent like 30 seconds pulling up the pocket. It was like 30 minutes later. He showed up. He was like,
it did take me a while.
Yo, look.
It took me a while to find it.
Donald, that wasn't worth it. Just take the card and run, baby.
No, it was worth it so that I could say, you don't know the difference between me and Josh.
It's true. That's an insult to you, though, Donald. That's
Yeah.
an insult to you because you always show up.
Heaven forbid. I don't know.
Just like he didn't remember if he played a Commander game with me.
I literally brought it up.
That hurts. That hurt.
And you said, Donald, did I play a game with
I
you?
said I played a game with you, didn't I? I had a little bit of a busy weekend. We had
here we go. Here we go.
We had 67 people play pre-release within 28 hours over 3 events. I'm pretty tired. Crazy. All right. I just want to one more thing with the Sorcery Dust Store. I
have a hot take on this.
I know Sorcery is not the biggest game in the world.
I think that's not true.
I know whatever. But how freaking cool is the Dust Store? And I think
that's one of the best things they do.
I think other games should look at what Sorcery is doing with the Dust Store, and they should try to mimic it and do similar stuff. I love listen, I always give our promo cards away. We do everything right with our promos, but I know other stores don't do that. And I love the idea that Sorcery is making sure that their promos get out to people who are actually supporting the game, that kind of stuff, rather than just getting sold by stores. I think that's really cool. And I think it's just it opens up the door for them to do some really cool other things too in the future. If they ever have a digital game, that kind of thing, having this kind of reward system built in is, I think, a really big win.
It definitely is. It's a great system. And you got like Pokemon have the code cards. Magic has the arena codes on like your pre-release kits and stuff like that, but like it's nothing compared to the Dust Store, because you can't just use it for how you want to use it. And there should be some sort of reward for opening all those packs, spending all your money. I think it's a good thing. Like there's really no negative to it, but
I'm sure on their side there is. I mean, there's a cost to this.
Sure. And they have to put in the work for it and all that. But like, it's as a player, as a consumer, I don't see it as a downside at all. I guess the downside is the dust codes are only on the box. So
no, that's not true. If you run events through Sorcery Play Network,
but I mean,
reward points.
What I'm saying is, if you just buy individual packs,
you're
not getting a dust reward versus buying the box. I guess that's the downside. Is if they broke
more codes, 36 times the code.
But if like they broke it up and put it, in individual packs instead of all in the box. But
I'm sure people have caught on by now. But if you don't know what the Dust Store is, basically on every booster box is a code that you scratch off, and you can upload it, and you get whatever it is, 100 dust or whatever per box. And then also in events, if you place certain place and standings, you get dust for your events, and then you can use that and reward yourself with a promo card or whatever they have on the Dust Store. I don't know, it's cool.
I think it's awesome, just like releasing 2 sets in 4 months.
That would be awesome. Okay. Moving into what? Lorcana Infinity Weekend?
I think it's Metagoat time.
No Metagoat.
Metagoat got new set coming out with the water. Got
What
the friggity frog coming out as the head rainmaker. What am I, a wizard? I don't know.
If I search MetaZoo set 2, Nightfall is going to pop up because that's MetaZoo's second set.
Hold on. I'll get it for you.
If only Mike was here to talk to us about it.
We miss Mike. But we also don't miss Mike. It's very complicated.
I have a GTS was trying to sell me it the other day.
Yeah, see?
GTS MetaZoo.
It's the water set.
The water set?
Is that what? That's an inventive name. I hope that's what it's called. The water set.
Winter Rabbit. Is that what it is? MetaZoo.
Maybe.
Oh, Flex Decks. Might be an old email. Yes. Torrential tides.
Torrential tides.
Torrential tides.
There it is.
What a terrible. You know what's a better name than that?
What?
Nightfall.
You know what's a better name than that? What was King Arthur's nonsense? That's what they should have called it. King Arthur's garbage.
Did they raise the MSRP again? MSRP is $120.
That's what it was the first set.
What is a MetaZoo first edition box going?
1K? It's my guess.
MetaZoo,
like 1,000 pennies? Is that what you mean?
What's the box called? MetaZoo 2025 booster box. What's that called, George? You know?
MetaZoo set 1.
$79 on eBay.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. $79.
That's one of them.
That's generous. That's pretty generous.
That's for the new box. Best offer. I bet you only one sold. I bet you I could offer them $35.
Next one's $85. They're crushing it.
85.
$80. There you go.
$80. Sold listings. Oh, already pre-ordering for $97. Who pre-ordered? Listen to me.
Oh, look. Sorcery second set, $85.
That's why
eBay is same eBay. What a failure. What a failure, says Louis. Oh, look. Same price. Same price.
If you are the guy who pre-ordered MetaZoo's second set for 12 boxes and spent $1,427.
Oh my God.
This far out of release, please. I don't know.
Please don't.
A bunch pre-order for $75 too.
Hey, no, it's not true. No, it's not Louis.
There's an alternate art poncho MetaZoo box.
Yeah, we did this like a month. We did this like 4 months ago.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's goat. That's why they call it Meta Goat.
It does look pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Mothman.
You want to know what Lorcana's second set is selling for?
Yeah.
Market price is $164.54.
Yeah. Yeah. Goat Kana and Meta Goat, the two greatest games of all time.
That's a great transition into the real next topic, which is a whole new world.
Which is why Arthurian Legends is the same price as MetaZoo boxes.
So what is Infinity Weekend?
So Infinity is their eternal format.
Yep.
This is new, right? That's going to launch.
Brand new, hot off the presses.
This will be once rotation happens in set 9. Core, which is what their standard is called, will be sets 5 through 9. Infinity will be all sets. So anyway, this whole new world promo card, which was originally supposed to be given out at Worlds that we talked about, like already, that this was like the participation prize for people that come to Worlds. Then they decided, oh, no one can come to Worlds. Then they decided we're going to give the promo out some other way during Worlds, like for people that have like watch parties or whatever. They didn't say how they were going to do it, but they're like, you're tuning into Worlds, we're going to make sure that we can get you these promos.
And if I remember correctly, you're going to be live streaming Worlds and giving us your commentary on it, right?
During Worlds, I will be working for you. So I guess that's up to you.
You should come to the tournament with me, Lou. I'm going to try to go to the tournament.
Should just
come with me?
Not work for me that day and live stream Worlds on your awesome YouTube channel, Scruffy Looking Gaming. Which
can you also still pay me that day, because I'm going to need that money.
You want to work while you're live streaming? We could probably work that out.
If I wear my shirt, does that count?
Yes. Donald, if I get tickets to go to Worlds, do you want to come with me?
I'll give you a discount
I will
code
be
to
working.
sell boxes, and you can have a
Louis, if I can get Donald a ticket to go to Worlds with me, can he come to Worlds with me? Will you pay him still?
no. He's hourly. He's not,
Wow, that's the Louis I know.
why? He's an
That's the
hourly
Louis
employee.
I
I'm not paying
know.
him to go
You
to
know how
Worlds.
good that would be for his channel, you monster.
That would be
Doesn't want the
great for his channel.
competition.
Nobody paid me to go to freaking Magic Fest last year.
Yeah, but you're not a real content creator. Donald is.
Donald doesn't want handouts.
Donald, if I get you a ticket, will you come with me if Louis pays you still?
Yeah. We can't get into Worlds though.
I would pay his ticket
Close.
to Worlds. I would do something like that.
Oh, can you really get me there, George? This might change now. I'll quit my job. I'll quit my job with Louis.
That's great. Donald, you can't get to Worlds?
No, you can't unless you are playing in the tournament because you got invited. You can't go.
Why did you not get an invite?
Oh my God, can we not rehash this? We've already done this.
He forgets how much boxes of Arthurian Legends is and forgets this conversation.
So at the release of set 9, there's a new set called Infinity.
No,
there's a new format called
None of that is true.
New format called Infinity, which is just Magic Legacy.
So, Louis, here's my question to you. When Sorcery gets to set 9, so 10 years from now, literally, do you think they will also implement rotation in a decade or no?
I don't.
Okay.
They won't. There's no need to have rotation. There's no need for rotation when you're only one set a year.
Wouldn't there be more of a need for set rotation?
No, I agree. Yeah.
No, because the boxes from a decade ago will be easily gettable.
There's no need for that. No need for that at all.
Can you name a game that doesn't need rotation other than a dead one?
Sorcery. Medicine.
Other than the dead one.
Oh. Okay, continue.
Oh, okay. Great. So anyway.
I love Sassy Donald. Sassy Donald is my favorite Donald.
It always shows up during the Lorcana
section. I know, that's why I love it.
We get a announcement that they will be handing out the whole new world promo in December when they have what's called Infinity Weekend. Which is great because every store is going to get 40 of these. And we're going to be able to distribute them, during our Infinity Constructed tournament, which is cool because they're supporting Infinity Constructed, which they said they would do. Seems great, right?
Yeah.
But you're not going to be there because you're going to be at Worlds?
No, Worlds is in June. This is in December.
Okay, gotcha.
A Whole New World rotates out.
The card can't be.
The card rotates out in set 9.
Yeah, but the card is for Infinity.
It's for Infinity. I get that. I get it. Like, I understand the whole thing.
Why is it negative then?
It's negative because the card was supposed to be distributed prior to set 9 coming out, so like you could play it still now. But
you can still play it in Infinity.
You can still play it if you play Infinity, which is great. If they're going to support Infinity and if they're going to do the GPs as some of them as Infinity Constructed, then I'm 100% all for it. I hope they do. I really hope they do. I hope it's not just side events. I hope that like some of them are just like Magic does. Some are standard, some are modern, some are pioneer. I hope they do that. I really do. I don't think they will.
Do you want to start hosting an Infinity night on Thursday nights?
I've already set that up.
Oh, sweet.
Good job, Donald. I'm glad Louis knows his store so well.
I delegate to my awesome employees.
How's Moore doing?
Great.
Good.
Donald, how's thriving.
But they did confirm that.
Is there a beef with you and Moore?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
We'll talk offline, Donald. We'll talk offline.
They did confirm that A Whole New World will not, because they are reprinting cards in Fabled, which will keep them into core, but they did confirm that A Whole New World will not be reprinted.
So, they said the card won't be reprinted? Is it?
Card will not be reprinted. The card Card will not be reprinted in Fabled was the direct quote.
Okay. I was gonna say that. You should have led with that. Okay. I feel like their wording on things is kind of like there was already a Disney Infinity.
My God.
Oh God, Louis.
Oh.
Louis.
It just seems
It's not a new card game.
I
Like, why
know,
is it so hard for you to understand?
Donald, I want to defend
It's-
Louis here. A lot of things are hard for him to understand.
but Disney Infinity is like it was like a pretty popular thing.
Which
too.
is great. This is not called Disney Infinity. So it's perfect because it has
is
nothing to
perfect.
do with it.
It is perfect.
You're right. It's called Disney's Lorcana Infinity.
No,
It's not,
not at
Disney
all.
Lorcana. It's
There-
Disney Lorcana.
Sorry. I know they're very adamant that
The
Disney
game-
be on everything.
The game is
Yeah.
called Disney Lorcana. The format is called Infinity Constructed.
I call it Lorcana Goat.
I like that they are adding rotation.
I also like rotation.
I like
I also
the whole
like rotation.
this
because
whole
Donald
thing is
does.
good. And the promo card looks cool too.
I think it's good. A Whole New World is a very toxic card. So
Is it really?
Yeah,
I like
there's a reason why it's like not getting a reprint because it needs to go. So that's good. But yeah.
I sent off somebody's enchanteds this week to get graded, like 30 enchanteds for him.
Why didn't you tell me I have one to send?
Didn't know. Why don't you tell me that you had one to send, and then I could have.
I did. I said the next time you send stuff out, I would like to
Do you
send
grade my
one.
Chocobo for me, Louis?
Sure.
You know, if you grade one of them, though, you have to get them all graded, and they have to all be the same grade.
What
I
grading
trust
company?
Louis to do that for
What
me.
grading company do you want?
I want, probably PSA, yeah.
Definitely PSA. That's a trick question.
Better CGC.
I bought so One Piece has these new gold cards, and somebody pulled one at another local store, actually my good friend's store. Shout out to Carl. Somebody pulled one at his store, and then they played in one of our events and bought a box and pulled it. So he had two of these $3,000 cards. So I bought them.
He is also one of the luckiest SOBs I've ever
Yeah, dude.
like when he opens Lorcana, the same thing happens. He just comes and randomly plays in an event and wins one pack and opens an enchanted. Like I don't get it.
And so I bought both of them. I sent them into BGS, which I don't usually grade with because remember when they lost my cards? You remember that, George?
Yeah, I love that.
They lost my cards, and I sent it super, super fast. I did overnight UPS, and I did the 2-day grading at BGS to try to get the first black label. But we'll see what happens. That's kind of fun.
We're rooting for you.
That's the only time I would ever grade BGS is if you're going for a black label.
Yeah. BGS 10 seem undervalued to me still, I'll be honest.
Well, there's BGS 10 and there's black label 10s.
I understand that. I'm saying BGS 10, not black label, seems undervalued to me.
Once you see the numbers of cards graded at PSA compared to every other grading company, it just makes you not want to grade with anybody else.
I also like the way they look though, better than
It's a complete monopoly.
Yeah.
But okay. Well, what's our secret sauce?
Talking about your pinball game.
Oh, I was gonna say, what's your favorite version of Monopoly?
Oh, what is your favorite? I have to get a new Monopoly set for somebody. So this is actually perfect. They wanted the Super Mario Monopoly. How do we feel about that?
I didn't even know that existed.
I don't feel anything for Monopoly because they way overdid it. There's an opoly of everything now.
Yeah, you can
What happened with it? Did they lose? Like, because there's not officially licensed Monopoly games. But when you go into the travel stores, it's all opoly. It's like West Virginia opoly.
Yeah, you can get one of your hometown. Like that.
Did
I think
Monopoly
there's just a lot of fakes.
did Monopoly pass the what happened with Mickey? Remember, like
It's only the Steamboat Willie that's allowed to have it.
right, but did Monopoly get that old? That like the
I don't think so. Hold on, we'll figure this out right now. Let's open AI this piece.
because I was gonna say I don't care about that anymore, but Risk, the best version of Risk is Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings Risk, yes,
so
it is the
freaking
best
good.
version. It is.
It is by far the best version of Risk.
Yep. Which is ironic coming from you, who doesn't know anything about Lord of the Rings.
Well, so me and my buddy Andrew in high school and middle school used to play Lord of the Rings Risk, like multiple day games of Lord of the Rings Risk, like all weekend. We'd have it set up all around his house. The best version. What do you find out, George?
It's doing its thing. Oh, I did the 03, not the 04 chat. This is my fault thing. This is like the super smart one.
Oh, you're using ChatGPT?
Of course.
Did you just do that instead of Googling now?
Yeah.
We're so cooked. You see the Apple update? Apple update looks terrible. Looks awful.
Terrible.
So bad.
You can now have glass things. Who cares?
All right, what do you find out? This is terrible content.
Well, I don't know because I did the slow model, but the better model. I'll go to the fast model for you.
Okay, let's just end the podcast instead. We'll just leave everybody.
Okay, you can open it yourselves.
We'll just leave everybody on a cliffhanger.
This will be no. We guys are doing this. We guys are this for the content. Next week, if I remember, I'll tell you the answer. And this is a cliffhanger.
There's a zero shot George remembers that.
Yeah. 5 minutes from now.
Come back next week. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. I'll tell you what. If somebody in the comment section comes up with the answer, I'll pin it to the top of the comment section for you.
Well, Donald's on top of that. Donald's Googling it right now.
Go subscribe to Scruffy Looking Gaming. That's Donald's YouTube channel. If you want to go,
YouTube channel.
If you want to go subscribe to Josh's channel at Hometown TCG.
Nope, not here. No plug.
Tell him we said hi. And you can find George's channel with all the cliffhangers at georgescliffhangerchannel.com.
I think we can start ending on cliffhangers. I think it's better content.
Yeah,
it's like a recurring episode thing. Donald, what do you think?
Oh boy.
Find out next time.
Make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, join the Discord server at KitchenTableTCG.com. Have yourself a great day. Be kind to the people around you. May the zoo be with you.
Also with Monopoly.
And also with Josh.
No.
No. The zoo is definitely not with Josh.
No.
Josh was never kind to the zoo.
No.